4 different AIs can now take over your web browser, click around, fill out forms, and do your busy work while you watch. So I lined up the 4 biggest ones and gave them the exact same annoying task. One of them genuinely impressed me. One quietly tried to do something it absolutely should not. And the most important lesson isn't who won. It's what happens when you hand a robot the keys to everything you're logged into. Let's race. Meet the grid, quick and honest, because 3 of these 4 are not even the same kind of thing. ChatGPT Atlas is OpenAI's own web browser with an agent mode that clicks and types for you today, Mac only. Perplexity's Comet is also a full browser and it's the people's champion here, completely free on every platform. Claude in Chrome is different. It's an extension that drives the Chrome you already use. And Gemini in Chrome is Google quietly building this straight into the browser 2 billion people already have. Here's the task, the kind of thing you'd actually want off your plate. Research 3 options for a trip, pull the prices into a comparison, and start filling the booking form. Multi-step, real websites, real logins. The scoring is simple. Speed, how many steps it finished on its own, and whether it got the answer right, judged from real hands-on tests, and each tool's documented limits, with sources on screen. Lights out. Off the line, Comet looks made for this. It reads across all your open tabs at once and pulls a clean, source-backed comparison faster than anything else. This is its home turf, research. Atlas is right there with it, and it does something the others don't. It gets proactive, organizing the options into a ranked top 3 with pros and cons instead of just dumping links. 2 browsers, 2 personalities, both moving fast. Claude in Chrome takes the corner more carefully and on purpose. It asks before it does anything irreversible, and it shines on the sites you live in: Gmail, Calendar, GitHub. Gemini in Chrome has the easiest start. It's just there in the browser. But the moment the task needs the real autonomous agent, it hits a wall for most people. Because that part is United States only and behind a paid plan. And then everyone hits the same corner, the booking form. This is where these agents stall. Complex logins and judgment calls are still the hard part. So who wins? On pure research and access, Comet takes the checkered flag. Free, fast, everywhere. Atlas wins on feeling like an assistant instead of a search box. But here's the honest finish line nobody puts on a thumbnail. None of them finished the whole thing cleanly. Independent tests put these agents somewhere around a 30% failure rate on genuinely new multi-step tasks. They are fast interns, not autopilot. Keep your hands near the wheel. Now the part that actually matters, and the part almost no one shows you. Because the scary thing about an agent that can use your browser is that it's logged in as you. It can see your email, your bank, your saved cards. So security researchers ask the obvious question. What if a web page tells the agent to do something you never asked for? It's called prompt injection, and it works. These aren't hypotheticals. Researchers at Brave showed a Comet user asking it to summarize a Reddit post. And hidden instructions inside that post made the agent open the user's email and steal a one-time login code. A separate attack, nicknamed Comet jacking, turned a single click on a crafted link into a pipeline that siphoned Gmail and calendar data. And on Atlas, an attack called Tainted Memories planted instructions that quietly fired again in later sessions. Different products, same root flaw. The agent can't reliably tell your commands apart from a web page's commands. Here's the one genuinely encouraging thing, and credit where it's due. Anthropic is the only one of these companies that publishes its own attack numbers out loud. They'll tell you their browser agent failed these attacks 23.6% of the time, and that hardening cut it to about 11. Better? Not solved. And they say so plainly. No browser agent is immune to prompt injection. This is so real that in March 2026, a United States federal judge ordered Perplexity's agent to stay out of logged-in Amazon. The courts are now refereeing this race. So here's the rule I'd tattoo on anyone using these. Never leave an agent running unsupervised on a tab where it's logged into your money or your email. Give it the boring stuff: research, drafts, public pages. Watch it on anything that can spend, send, or delete. The convenience is real. So is the blast radius. Now, one wildcard, because a lot of people lump it in here and it doesn't belong. OpenAI's Codex in Chrome is not a consumer browser. It's a coding agent that reaches into the Chrome you're already signed into. So it can test and debug a real web app on sites that need a login, reading the console, the network tab, the page itself. If you're a developer, that's the most exciting one on this list. If you just want something to book a flight, it's the wrong tool. Same surface, the browser, totally different driver. So honestly, which one? If you want the best free research browser, it's Comet. If you want a proactive assistant that feels like a person, Atlas. If you're on a Mac. If you live inside Gmail, GitHub, and Docs and want careful permissioned actions, Claude in Chrome. If you never want to switch browsers, Gemini is quietly coming to the Chrome you already have. And if you write code, Codex. There's no single winner. There's a winner for you. And that points at the real question, the one this whole race is actually about. You probably won't go download a brand new AI browser. But Google is putting this straight into Chrome and Microsoft into Edge, the browsers you already open every day. The standalone AI browsers might end up being the labs that prove the idea right before the giants quietly absorb it. The browser isn't getting an assistant. The browser is becoming the agent. I put the full scorecard and a one-page safety checklist into a free AI browser agent field guide. Which one to use for what, and the exact rules to keep an agent from doing something dumb on your behalf. Comment the word race and I'll send it to you. Or grab it at hyperautomationlabs.co/free/race. And if this saved you from handing a robot your bank tab, do me a favor and subscribe. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All Hyperautomation Labs. Doing the costly testing so you get the honest version. The beginner, build along guides are linked right below. I'll see you at the next race.